on kissing booths?
I'll just be over here drinking my cup. Good morning
and happy hump day. Boogie.
Happy ham day.
Boogie, do you want to show us how you've been practicing for your kissing booths? Let's do it.
First, I put paw upon shoulder.
Then I lost. Boogie, pawn here. Boogie. Him wants Mama Ethan kiss. Three-way relationship.
Wow!
Boogie!
Wow, you really did a great job.
You are really showing them all of your dirty little secrets.
Boogie said, I treat money like my lover, and I love kissing, and I get money for kissing, so I love it.
And that's why I'm going to have my kissing booths on Mama's retreat.
I am very passionate about kissing. What are you doing?
Hey, if Boogie had a kissing booth. Wow. Wow.
Thank you. What do I owe
Would you want to come into Boogie's kissing booth?
What do
to
I
experience
owe you?
his love?
He's the sweetest
drop
in
a
the
paw.
whole world. He's
Drop
the
a paw.
sweetest, he's the sweetest, he's the sweetest.
So you guys, today's Wednesday, and therefore today we have our money conversation. And today we're going to be talking about love. And you're like, what? For the love of money, we all love money. Don't you love money?
I love what money provides.
Yes.
All right, sir. Great job. You did really good promoting your kissing booth.
I wonder if
today.
there's somebody in the room who does not love money.
It's always a debatable topic, but everybody loves what money can provide for them.
Yes.
That's not a lie.
And
tell me, and one of the greatest things I heard was Sam Bakhtiar, and this was like mind blowing.
Boogie saliva here. I can't take you seriously.
Can you take me seriously now?
Yeah.
How about now?
Wow.
Can you take me seriously? Okay. I always know, I know, deep down in my soul, everybody loves money. And if you say you don't, that's because you have some kind of poor relationship with it. And the best way that I heard this described, that people say money can't buy happiness. And Sam Bakhtiar said it, and I was like, oh shit, it's true. Try being happy when you're being evicted because you can't pay your rent. That shit is stressful. Like, let's be real. Like, the things that money provides makes us happy, brings us a degree of happiness. Now, does that mean that you can't be happy or experience happiness without money? No. There's plenty of things you can do that bring you happiness that don't require or involve money, right? However, when you have more, you have less limitations. Who wants to be less limited? Everybody. Everybody. I made sure to really do my hair today so that it would dance for you for the entire freaking show.
But money also magnifies, and this is why, it's an important dance that we all have to practice, because so many people in society, because for the love of money, look, money in today's society is necessary. Like, whatever it is that you want or need is, like, money is required, right? For the most part, right? But if money is the reason why you're doing something, then there is misalignment.
You'll struggle to do that something long term.
Right. And money will only magnify the reasoning behind it. right? So like, for example, something that we see a lot in today's society, and like yesterday in the inner circle, I was sharing the story with back in the day when I was a personal trainer at Equinox in New York, and just like how people there are living their life. It's like, if you go into a job simply because of the money that it provides you, then a lot of you guys might not like what I'm about to say, but you're going to it for the wrong reasons. Right? Because by the end of the day, if how you choose to spend most of your time is being dictated just based off of a dollar sign and not based off of a greater feeling of fulfillment, then there is misalignment. Right?
Yeah. And to bring it full circle, and playing off of what you say about money magnifying, a perfect description would be, if you can find, like, happiness comes from within, right? If you can find happiness within yourself before you have, and then let's say you have you end up having a lot of money, your happiness is going to be magnified. What you do with that money is going to create and generate more happiness, but you're still going to be grateful for the little things. Right? You're less limited, you have more opportunities, whatever, but you're still internally happy. Now, if you're internally unhappy, dissatisfied, lonely, depressed, and you get a lot of money, you're going to magnify that, because now you're going to spend your money on things that are trying to fill a void that has to come from within. So it's a magnifier. So when people say, oh, money's the root of all evil, they get that from somebody who has a lot of money and isn't internally happy. That's where that comes from. And it reminds me of the interview with Kara Lazowskis saying that Leonardo DiCaprio walks the streets of LA at 2 a.m. and looks like a bum. Dude has more money than he could probably spend for the rest of his life, but he's not happy. Like, it just magnifies everything, because also the more money you have, the more careful you have to be with who your friends are, right? Because people want a piece. Everybody wants a piece. And the more money you get, that's why people like Kevin Hart, like really successful people, they all fucking security guards. By the way, who's going to be ours? I think I picked Brandy Martz and Julie Koch, but that's beside the point. I actually had a dream about it.
I think that they will be a great team.
I had a dream about it. But the more you have, everybody wants a piece. And so when you are dissatisfied or unhappy within yourself, you also there's not a lot of people you can hang out with. Not a lot of people you can spend time with. So it becomes lonely. If you can't find that internal happiness, if you can't figure out what you align with, because you will never find the people that will bring you true joy when you do have a lot.
100%. So we're going to transition into today's topic, but the reason why we wanted to start it off this way is because, again, the reason why we have these conversations is obviously because we want to, add more value to your life, and we want to spark a conversation in your head and maybe, within your family, so that you can end up making decisions that in the long term will make you happier and more fulfilled. Can we all agree that we all want happiness? That's why we're all here, right? Like, nobody wants to lose weight so that they step on the scale and see the number drop, right? Like, people want to lose weight and change their body. Why? Because they know that they will become happier, right? People want more money. Why? Because they know that having more means will make them happier, right? But something that we all have to ask ourselves is, what makes us happy, right? Because if you are going into money making for the wrong reasons, then guess what? You're never going to be happy, right? Like a paycheck never makes somebody happy, right? And that's why it's important to have all these conversations, because like we said, money magnifies. Let's say you become more successful. If you don't have these conversations with yourself as you become more successful, what do you think is going to happen? Your problems are going to expand because now they're going to be magnified.
And you know what, too? When you say a paycheck doesn't make anybody happy. Now, I mean, I get excited if a paycheck has enough digits on it, right? But that's not an internal happiness. But what you're saying too is like when people have jobs that they're not passionate about, right? You're not passionate about it, but you're doing it for the money. Now let's agree, we all have to live, right?
We all have we all have to do it at some point in our lives.
There is a monetary cost of living, right? And the people with more money have the ability to live more fulfilling for longer. Doesn't mean everybody does that with it, but they have the opportunity to. Think about somebody who's homeless. Now, look, every person, I will never say any person is better than another. We're all just at different stages in our lives, and we all just live different ways. If you're truly happy, great. I'm really happy for you, however you do that, right? But when you are homeless, your quality of life is poorer, so your life expectancy also goes down, right? Because you're not getting nutrients that you need. It's stressful. So then where are they going with this? People who get a paycheck doesn't make you happy, because also a lot of times the people who are working just for the money, they get the paycheck and then it's gone. So it's double shit.
I wanna so the other day we were listening to an interview with Jill Ellis, who, by the way, I don't know how, but somehow I'm gonna get her to be on our show.
Who wants Jill Ellis, the coach of the U.S. women's national soccer team?
Yes, I don't think she's their coach anymore, but
she was the best coach.
She's incredible, and something that she said was purpose before paycheck.
She took a massive pay cut to be the coach of that team. In
order for you to be 100% fulfilled, and ask any extremely successful person, like somebody who is definitely like a big role model in their field, right? Like, will say that at some point in time, they had to make a huge financial sacrifice for the sake of the greater good, because to them it was about fulfilling the purpose.
The other thing that was really remarkable about her is that she said, just her belief in being who you are, regardless of how people may treat you or what people think, is just, there's no fulfillment in life unless you truly are who you are, unapologetically.
Yeah.
That's just a side note.
So before talking about, we started this conversation by basically just dropping the bomb of, for the love of money, right? But to what extent do you love money? Do you love money more than you love yourself? Do you find the worth of money greater than your own worth? Because it's going to come back full circle. I truly believe that your relationship with money and your money habits will shape every decision that you make in your life. And as a byproduct, it will dictate every single action that you take. And yes, we all love money because money is necessary, but to what extent are you going to let money control you? That's a question that only you can answer for yourself.
Brandy Martz just jumped in the room, our other bodyguard.
I know.
Okay, which one is yours and which one is mine?
Brandy, because she's shorter than Julie.
Brandy is yours?
Yeah. I think it would make more sense.
I don't know how tall they are.
I think Brandy's shorter than Julie.
Well, I'll take Julie any day.
I'll take them both any day.
Oh gosh, which bodyguard belongs to who? Okay, so nobody.
She's dying. I belong.
Okay, so let's talk about how money's your lover, and you gotta treat money like you love her.
So here's the thing, right? money loves attention, but the question is, what kind of attention are you giving your money? Ooh. Right? And, you know, like if you talk to the most successful people financially, right? They give their money attention on a very regular basis. Like Sam Bacteria the other day, right? He was talking about how he always looks at his balance sheet. And, you know, it's like, people ask me, it's like, you know, like if I got charged like $7 for this, and I'm like, I don't know what that's for. And he's like, I called them up and they're like, wait, but you got like all this money. Like, why do you care about that? He's like, it's about the concept, right? Like, I have to pay attention to every little bit of where my money goes. Because again, right? Like, how you do anything is how you do everything. When you practice excellence.
When you practice excellence.
When you practice excellence, how you do anything is how you do everything. So this is him just, you know, paying attention to every single detail, right? And
if you don't pay attention to your lover, they're going to not be happy.
Right. So money is like a lover in the sense that you have to pay attention to it. Like, how many times, like, do you guys see people get married? But, like, how many times do people also get divorced? And why is the divorce rate so high? Because you got something, you stopped paying attention to it. You stopped paying attention to it. You probably stopped communicating with it.
Neglect.
You started making assumptions. Maybe there was cheating involved, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody who has gone a divorce will tell you a different story. And the point is not to call people out, but the point is, like, it's about the relationship that you have with money, right? Like, just because you have something doesn't mean that you're always going to have it. The only way for you to attract more of it is for you to nurture it. And how do you nurture it? You pay very close attention to it.
And it has a lot to do with communication.
Yes.
Right? Like, everything will come down to how well do you communicate.
Mm-hmm. Everything rises and falls in leadership.
I mean, there's a reason that we have language. I'm grateful for language. I'm grateful for communication. I think that this is a completely different topic, but language is such a beautiful thing. Like, if there's a lot of superpowers I would like to have, but one of them is being able to speak every language. Because communicating with people in their native tongue, like in their language, if you go to a different country and you can communicate with them in their language, like, that means so much to somebody. Think about the last time you talked to somebody who didn't speak English. And imagine if they came, like, I think that we take for granted how many people know English. They come from different countries. Like, it takes a good deal of work to fucking learn English.
Yep.
Especially when it's not your first language. Like, I don't even know English, and it's my first language.
Took me a while to learn English. I'm still learning it.
But, like, I don't know where this came from. It's a completely separate side note. But communication runs a relationship. So how do you communicate with your money? Mm-hmm. What is it that you're saying?
And normally...
Every morning. Good night.
Good night. But, you know, like, again, we spoke about this on another episode. You know, we were talking about rich versus poor, and it's just a mindset, right? And a common trait between people who struggle to have money is that they don't pay attention to it. Mm-hmm. They act irresponsibly with regards to it. And why is that?
I'll tell you.
Because they don't communicate with it, because they know that the communication is disrupted.
It's confrontation. I'll tell you from my own experience. I had really shitty habits. People don't like confrontation. Conversation is hard when there is any kind of stress in the middle, right? I would spend now, think about it later. I'll figure it out later. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't want to confront the situation.
But look, so how do you pay attention to money? You look at your balance sheet, right? Now, what does looking at your balance sheet require? confrontation. It's like, this is what you have.
Who
this
writes
is what you
with the lead that long? That shit's gonna break.
As I'm talking, I'm doing this. I'm like, you know, like when you look at your balance sheet, you have to confront your current financial situation. This is what I have. This is what I owe. This is what's gonna come out. This is what's coming up next. Blah blah blah. And because confrontation is hard, right? Like if you don't. The reality is that in order for you to have a positive relationship, there's gonna need to be a confrontation. But the thing is, in order for you to have a confrontation, you gotta have commitment.
I like Stephanie's idea. I'm gonna try it. If I rub these together, they will mate. And I think that it's gonna double in price because that's the genes that will be expressed in the mating. What's it called? Conception. I told you, I don't know English. And then it's gonna make more. Rub the dollar bills together and hope they mate.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. We'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, you can try for yourself and tell us if something happens.
That's some genie magic.
But seriously, rubbing dollar bills together is not going to grow your money, right?
What if you plant it in the ground with some soil and water?
You can try. But the only way for your money to grow is to get committed. And by confronting the situation and communicating with it every single day. Just like your relationship, right? Like people get married, like person A does this, person B does this. They barely ever communicate. They have sex maybe twice a year. They have to be drunk for it. They end up getting a divorce. Why? Because you guys are evolving apart, right? So like you have to always be connected, right? With what is money? It's energy, right? Like you have to be connected to that source of energy, right? So if you are disconnected, then what do you think is going to happen? That energy is going to go to somebody who pays more attention to it, just like a lover, right? So today's point is, in order for you to attract more money, for one, you have to confront the situation, right?
What is your current relationship status with money?
Yeah. How regularly do you check your balance sheet? And we talked about this on our credit card conversation, the benefits of credit cards, right? Like having a credit card is like having your own personal accountant, right? It tells you what goes in, what goes out. Well, maybe not the credit card, but it's attached to your bank balance sheet and you can see what goes in, what comes out, that sort of thing, right? So like you're in constant communication with that source of energy, right? So you got to pay attention to it. The more attention you pay to it, of course, the more in tune you'll be with what's happening. And guess what's going to happen? Depending on whatever is going on in your life, right? You will now also start to be able to have conversations with yourself and to start resolving problems, right? Versus if you were to just ignore it, then now you're ignoring the problem. And how are you going to solve a problem if you're ignoring it? It's only going to build up and build up, right? You're going to have more debt, whatever, right? So like when it comes to your money, you want to be like a hawk if you want to be successful. Constant confrontation, constant communication.
I really wanted to make a hawk noise, but I didn't feel confident in it.
You should have tried.
I think I would have broke a window if I tried.
Where's Brandy?
She's 5'7", by the way.
She is?
Yeah, I get Brandy.
Lauren, how tall is Julie?
I feel like Julie's like 5'5".
No, I feel like Julie's like 5'9".
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
It's like people think I'm 5'9", and you're like 5'6".
Yeah, no. I'm like a midget plus 2 inches.
Anybody see the Kevin Hart stand-up where he's like, see, the way my bank account's set up is I got a saving, then I got a check-in, and I got to transfer the saving to the check-in. It takes a couple days.
Yeah. Brandy says she has the separate checking account. Awesome. Awesome.
All right, they're about the same height-ish. It's fine.
Fine. You guys will both do a great job protecting a 5'1" chick. So what do you think is going to happen for, if you don't pay attention to your money? Maybe like you check your bank account like once a month. Are you going to attract more money?
You don't even know what's happening in there.
You don't know what's happening. So like you're leaving so much room for error. Right? Because if you're not checking your balance on a regular basis, right? What's going to end up happening is that chances are that you've accumulated a lot of unnecessary bills that you probably haven't used in a really long time. And that shit adds up, you guys. Right? Like for some people, like you could probably end up having a couple more $1,000s in your bank account by the end of the year if you get rid of all of the payments that are truly unnecessary and that you haven't used in at least 3 months. Yeah. This is exactly why Planet Fitness is so successful. Because the membership is what? Only like as ridiculous as like $17 a month. Right?
Something like that.
And did you guys know, I think it's an absurd number that like 85% of the people who actually have 85% of the people who have a gym membership don't even use it. Like how many millions of dollars go unaccounted for every single year?
Because people just don't pay attention.
But hey, you don't pay attention to your body. Of course, you're not going to pay attention to your money. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes me think too of like, okay, so many of you came to us because you found a 14-day free program. Okay. There are several people who ask, is it a 14-day trial? Like, do I have to pay afterwards? No, you don't have to pay anything. If you are paying something, you know you're paying something. We're not tricky. We're not sneaky. Like, fuck those people who are like, oh, you're going to get unless it's very clearly stated, like you're paying for a trial and after X amount of days, you will be automatically charged X amount of dollars until you cancel. But then there's some sneaky shit where it's like you sign up for something and then it's like, okay, I know I got caught into this at one point. It was like $60 something, like several years ago. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like looking at my bank account, like what is this? But if you don't pay attention to your bank account and there's sneaky people in the world, I say everybody wants a piece, right? So if you're not paying attention to what's going on, imagine how many it's just $3 here, oh, it's just $20 there, oh, it's just $5 there, adds up over the span of a year. Mm-hmm. If you're not paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Here's what you guys really should do, okay? These are some action steps. For one, if you're like, man, you know what? This hit home, I can probably improve my relationship with money. And by the way, we all can, right? Erin and myself, we check our balance every single day. Especially if you're a business owner, you need to do that shit every day.
I want you to have to check your bank account every day because there's so much action in there.
Grant does that every 15 minutes. But of course, the more successful you become, the more transactions you have.
Hella transactions.
Right? But that's why he became that successful. Because he's always on it. He's always watching it. He's holding himself accountable, right? I mean, the reality is checking your balance sheet is just a form of holding yourself accountable to your relationship with money and to what game are you playing with your money, right? The reality is that most people just ignore it, right? Can you guys hear him?
Of course they can hear him. How can you not?
So here's what you guys need to do, right? If you're you know what, yes, Daisy, but every day he makes over $1 million. So, I mean, he needs to.
There's a lot of action happening in the bank.
If you make $1 million in 24 hours, I wonder how much money you make in an hour.
You said $1 million in 24 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, every day. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, divided by 24?
Yeah.
It's called a lot.
Yes, by the way, we're going to drop a link
oh my gosh.
to the 10X challenge, and we're going to talk about it in just a little bit. But I want to give you guys some action steps first. So here's what you're going to do. If you're like, you know what, like I need to audit my relationship with money. And by the way, we all of us do. And even if you are in a good relationship, you should continually do so.
Yeah. Okay? And audit it on a regular basis too. Yeah. Not every day, but like, you know,
maybe 2 times a year or once a quarter, right? Like depending on all the moving pieces in your life. But what you need to do is you need to look at your balance sheet and you need to see what comes out of your bank account, right? Or out of your credit cards, right? And you need to make a list of all these things, right? And then right next to it, you're gonna rate everything on a scale of 1 to 5. Okay, 1 being this is very unimportant, like I don't even know when was the last time I used it. 5, it's essential for my life, right? So like we can all agree that probably like some of your groceries are a 5. However, I believe that because a lot of people go to the grocery store without a list, being unintentional, probably half the shit that you get at the grocery store is a 1. Just saying. But you want to list.
Yeah, Reese's.
Yeah, you want to list everything that comes out of your bank account, right? And you want to rate it on a scale of 1 to 5. And everything that's below a 3, just get rid of it. And then just by doing that for 1 month, see how much money you save. But of course, life is all about the compound effect. So imagine if you ignore that shit for, let's say, 5 years, right? That $20 Planet Fitness membership. Kayla said that it's $10 where she is. So, right, like, let's say, 10 years of Planet Fitness doesn't seem like much. $120 a year times 10, $1,200. That shit adds up real quick.
I love how Kayla said it. Trim the fat.
Trim the fat.
Cut the fat. Cut the fat. Like, cut the costs that are absolutely unnecessary, and it's just shit. You'll be surprised at what you actually need and what you don't. Yeah. And a lot of people struggle in the middle class. I can speak from experience because they don't know how to live within their means.
Right.
They don't have the discipline to live within their means. And you'll continuously struggle. Cut the fat. Sell some shit. What do you have laying around that you haven't used?
If you haven't used it in the last 90 days, go sell it.
Sell it. Put it on a Facebook Marketplace.
Or simple. Or even donate it.
And then figure out, like, look at where your money is and is any of it working for you? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all a mindset thing, and it's all a matter of accountability, right? And the reason why people struggle with their with their money game is because they don't have a relationship with money, or they do, but the relationship is a poor relationship. It's ignored. Right,
neglected,
the only time
abused.
Abused. The only time they confront it is, whenever the bank sends them, an email or a note saying
a scary letter.
Your payment is overdue. You're like, shit.
Yeah, I don't know how many.
Like if you confront that shit every day, and you're like, man, I obviously need to make $900 more every single month in order to do that, right? Like if you confront the situation now, you immediately ask yourself, like, answer the question that will lead you to take action, right? Accountability is important because accountability leads to action, right? And that's all there is, right? So, like, your money requires accountability. Whatever kind of money game you're playing is a symbol of the relationship that you have with money, right? The more you take care of it, the more you watch it, nurture it, right? Like, what's going to happen? It's going to grow, right?
Respect it.
Yeah.
Be grateful for it.
Yeah.
And plant it in the ground and water it.
In order to win the game, you have to play the game first. You have to play the game for a very long time in order to win it, right? Tom Brady did not become a winner overnight. He played the game for 30 years, right? And then he became a champion. right? So you have to play the game for a really long period of time. By playing the game, you learn the game. By learning the game, you get better at the game. By getting better at the game, you start having a plan. Most people want a plan before they even know what their intention is. You need to have an intention. And then you make a plan.
And people have a hard time making money because they think money is hard to make or earn. And that's because you're not doing what you're passionate about. Because when you are passionate about something, look at anybody who has a significant amount of money. They did what they did for free for a very long time. They grinded for free for a very long time. We still grind for free. The most successful people still give shit away for free, right? It just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. So then you can just give it away for free rather than have to work really hard for free, right? So there's a continuum. And over here, you're like, I'm really passionate about this. It's a mission. It's a mission bigger than me. It's a mission bigger than Sarit. It's a mission bigger than all of us. We are going to help transform the lives of millions of people through the same movement, nutrition, lifestyle, and financial habits that have transformed ours. And the mission, we will do whatever it takes. We've had to do a considerable amount of work without getting paid for it. Who wants to do that? You don't, unless you actually care about it.
Yeah.
Because you won't keep doing it. You won't show up how you need to show up. You're going to resent everybody that you work with because they're not paying you. You're going to like halfway show up until you just get sick of it. Like, you have to be passionate about it, and it has to be bigger than yourself for you to want to keep doing it, even though you're not being compensated, knowing and having faith that someday you will be compensated to a degree that most will never experience because you were willing to do that shit for free.
For a very long period of time.
And like, I can't smash that in enough. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're always going to struggle to make money.
Because you'll never want to do it.
Right.
And in order for you to make a considerable amount of money, you're going to have to be the hardest worker in the room. And by the way, the standards that corporate America sets are extremely low. It's the standards that the average set for average. So, like, if average is 50%, what's the average of 50%? It's extremely low, right? Like, in order for you to live a remarkable life, you have to be the hardest worker in the room.
And have longevity in that.
Yeah.
The only way you have longevity is if you care enough. Yeah. So look, speaking of making a massive impact and being in love with this mission,
yes.
For one, our gratitude cannot be expressed to a high enough degree for how much we love you guys and are grateful that you all are here, that you find value in anything that we have to say. You're our family, and we're going to ask you something. We're going to ask you to help us with something that is a really big deal to us, and we give a lot. And the only thing we normally ask is for you to, share this page with people that will help. And really, it's more for them than it is for us or even for you guys. This ask is for us and also for the mission. We could have the opportunity to speak on a stage of 12,000 people.
And it's not any stage.
It's not any stage. It's the Grant Cardone 10X Growth Conference stage. But we need your help. And you may have seen Sarit make a post about it yesterday. Just one post, and we've already shot ourselves up in the ranking. Now, we need as many people as possible to sign up for the free, it's a free 10-day challenge. You don't even have to do the challenge. If you do the challenge, you'll probably benefit greatly from it from a financial aspect.
Yeah.
So I would actually encourage you to actually jump in on it if it's not overwhelming to you with everything else that you already have going on. Because what's the point of adding something else to your plate if it's going to make everything done with less quality, right? So keep that in mind. But we're going to share the link. Does Tammy have it?
I emailed it to Tammy and Lauren.
Okay.
If any of you guys are available and have the link that I sent you about an hour ago, please drop it below. And Tammy, if maybe you could also do us a huge favor today at some point and make a post, that will be amazing.
I can even make a post too. Like, the opportunities for people to hear what we have to share with them because it's the truth. You guys know you wouldn't be watching us every day if it weren't the truth and more people didn't need to hear. So if we have the opportunity to tell 12,000 people at one time,
to VIP,
man, like, it's insane. But we need to be in the top 10. And if you imagine how big Grant's community is, if he's doing $1 million a day, he has quite a few people in his community. We need to be in the top 10 to even be considered, and he's just going to choose 3. He's only going to choose 3.
Yeah. We need your help, you guys.
So we need you to
if
register
you
for the 10-day challenge.
If you can share the link, Daisy or anybody, if you find it in your heart and you're like, I know that some people that I know can benefit from doing it, for one, and also I just want to help out. Just, I think both Lauren and Tammy already dropped the link. If you guys can just do us a huge favor and share it with as many people as possible. Like, I remember when on the first day of the challenge, he said
you can share the link on any page you want. You can share the link on any group page
text,
you want.
Any group page, whatever you want. Just like,
this specific link though is tied to us. So somebody asked, do you get credit? If somebody signs up through this link, we get more points.
I'll tell you where we are at the leaderboard right now. Like, I
think we were like, what was it, 60 something?
I'll tell you. We're 60. We're in 61st place.
We're in 61st place.
Yeah.
Today's day 3 of the 10X challenge. But you know what? There's a massive separator. Like, the amount of points that we are behind first place is like pretty astronomical. But we believe that we can do it. And we believe that because you guys are so on fire for this mission, which, my gosh, like, I can't even say how thankful I am. Enough times.
I will give you guys some stats too. So right now, the separation between 61st and 21st place is 70 points.
I want to know.
I know that we can shoot ourselves up to 10th place by today, easy.
We can. And I'm going to put it in an email, and I'm going to put it on YouTube, and we're going to put it everywhere, and I'm going to share it on all the pages. This is something that can propel the mission so far forward. I signed up with 3 different email addresses.
Who was in our community last year when I ran for Miss Health and Fitness?
Oh my gosh, this feels like the same thing.
It feels like it.
But it's 10 days, not like 2 months.
Yeah. Okay. But
Okay.
that's what, like, I remember when he started talking about it on day 1. He's like, if you do this, this, and this, like, 3 people are going to have a chance to speak on his stage. And as soon as he said it, I had a vision. And when I have a vision for something, that's it. It comes to life. And I know that we are meant to speak on that stage. And
we knew last year.
Yes.
We knew last January, or this January, we knew.
Yep. So, if you believe in what we do and, the things that we say, and that for one, you can either benefit from doing the challenge, or you're just like, fuck it, I just want them to speak. Or in fact, if you want to, like, come with us to the Growth Con next year and see us speak, then guess what? Please just, like,
I'm going to say, let's be honest. Like, we're going to bring a lot of you to the Growth Con. I don't care if you like it or not. We're going to sell you a ticket somehow, because that Growth Con is epic.
It's
fire. For one, I would love
fire
to meet you guys. And also, like, it is the most epic, like, networking event
It's so good. It's so good.
So many opportunities. The energy is fire.
Yep.
Anyways, I really hope that they have it. I really hope that they have it this year.
I'm about to have a dozen emails. You're wrong.
You guys, seriously though, thank you so much. If you have any kind of influence over a community as well, like please share it with the mission. Don't just like post the link, say like these women and us, like we're all on a mission. If the truth is there and we know it, we need to share it. So thank you guys for every single entry, for every single share, for every single time you show up, for every post you make on our page, for every time you stick up for us when somebody wants to talk shit, for every time, you know, you guys have our backs. It's really, truly, it makes me really emotional to think how much of an army like you guys are. And it's crazy. Like, I want to build the most epic, like, badass, like, you look badass, you're unfuckwithable, you are yourself, you don't give a shit if somebody doesn't like how you are, because they're just not your people, and we can all live free. Like, my passion is to have every single person live exactly as who they are, so comfortable in their skin that nothing can stop them from doing what they want to do.
Just as they're supposed to be. 100%. And that's why we do what we do every single day, because we know that we are on the path to get there, and we know that we have the answer that millions of people need to hear, and we know that shame on us if we don't share it, right? Because the way that it had transformed our lives by having this, undeniable level of confidence regardless of any adversity, right? Regardless of what's coming our way, we want that for you guys. Because by the end of the day, life is like a puzzle. It's nothing but problem solving. Weight loss, it's problem solving.
Problem solving.
It's just a manifestation of a bigger problem that you have to solve. A shitty relationship is what? It's problem solving, right?
Yep.
Improving your game with money, getting more money is what? Problem solving, right? Entrepreneurship is what?
A lot of problem
solving. It's all problem solving. That's what life is. Parenthood, problem solving, right? It's all about problem solving. That's what life is all about, right? And
where's the next problem? This you should be asking yourself. Where's the next problem I can solve? Yep. It's going to happen. It's going to come. But when you're ready for it, like I made a post yesterday, if you're expecting the problem, you can learn to love it, like embrace it. Okay, it's not the end of the world. It's just a problem that needs to be solved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that being said, we hope that you enjoyed today's conversation, and we hope that you found value in it. If you will be doing the 10X challenge, you're going to find so much value in it.
And we're almost done with the Transformation Kickstarter Challenge. Day 10, we're in the double digits, baby.
Yeah.
We're in the double digits.
We're finishing end of this week. Also, if you are on a mission to transform your life physically, and you're currently doing the 14-day challenge, it's time for you to start thinking about your next step. In order for you to be successful in life, you have to plan in advance, right? And we want to reward whoever has been doing the Transformation Kickstarter with a discounted early bird registration for the Raw Transformation that we have coming up next month. Live registration to the public is going to go up next week. And once that goes to the public, prices are going to go up, okay? We want to provide you the opportunity, okay, for you to do what you have to do so that you can improve your relationship with yourself, okay, and achieve your own transformation. Remember what we said, transformation is a daily act. transformation doesn't happen in a day. Yes, you're learning a lot of great tips within 14 days, but what's going to happen after day 14? How are you going to keep showing up?
Tammy just dropped the link also for the transformation. In case you guys are wondering, look, it's epic. There were a lot of questions too. What's the difference between it and the inner circle? It's same philosophy, same principles, coached at a distance. There's a lot. That's the best way for me to explain it. There are a lot of differences, but we still show up. There's just not as much interaction with us on a one-on-one basis, right? And like, it's transformational. And the reason that we have this is because we know that not everybody can financially make the inner circle happen. And that's okay. You're not doomed. So
the transformation is what will help you to find something that's like the inner circle. It's in a group setting and everybody's going at the same pace. Every single week, there's a different lesson that we're focusing on. And you guys are going to have instructions. You guys are going to get homework so that you can take action with regards to that going into your transformation journey. Everybody's doing it together. It's super fun. The accountability is fire.
And if you have questions about it or if you want more information, just first step is click the link and look at the page. There is a great deal of information on the page, what you get. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is check the FAQs at the bottom of the page, frequently asked questions. Mm-hmm. Check those at the bottom of the page because it could answer questions that you have without having to wait for a response from somebody. Mm-hmm. And then if you still have questions, depending on what the questions are, a lot of questions, just my answer is always, if you have found value in what we do and you can feel that this is the right thing, just trust. Just sign up and just trust it. Like, we got your back. If we wouldn't show up here free 5 days a week if we didn't have your back. So just fall into it. Just jump.
Remember, this is not about us. This is about the mission. Right? Like, whether you end up signing up or not does not change your life. But we know that this is your answer to your physical transformation. So I think if you have any questions, the question that you really need to ask yourself is, do I believe that I'm worth it?
Absolutely.
Because we know what you need for your transformation. You don't need to tell us.
Yeah,
right?
you don't need to know.
We see your blind spots.
And questions, I think the most asked question, what do I get? You get
what you need.
Transformation. Yeah. If you show up. It doesn't matter what you get. The pieces of what you get are what you need. And for each person, that looks different. So this is our 4th time running this. So we know what works and what doesn't work. And it's always getting better. And so if you just show up and trust that we have what you need, you don't need to know, what do I get? What are the workouts? It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't matter because we're going to give you what you need.
And this is something that Grant says, and this is how you know when somebody's committed.
You get what you put into it. Yes.
Right. You do get what you put into it. But if you're focusing on the mechanics, then you lack commitment, and that's your issue. Don't focus on the mechanics.
I'm going to call somebody out right now. Danita, you've been beating around the bush. Sign up.
Let's go.
You asking enough questions.
Let's go.
You know what time it is?
Time to sign up.
Time to sign up.
Yeah.
She's going to sign up today. I'm going to see it pop up on the screen right now. Bing. Okay. Anyways. All right. Look, we'll always tell the truth because it's in our heart and you need to know it.
Because it's our duty and obligation to do so.
Absolutely. And because we want what's best for you guys. And if you want what's best, that's why you're still in our community, is because you can see that and you can feel that. Mm-hmm. And if you disagree, you're not here. You're not even watching this anymore. Mm-hmm. You're like, these girls hurt my feelings. I'm out. But probably
She's signing up right now.
Let's
go, baby. Let's go.
There we go. It's about time. If we hurt your feelings, it's probably because you know that something we said is true and your ego is too big to accept it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Girl. All right. We've gone a very long way. I have to get this onto the YouTubes. So we've got to go, guys. But thank you so much for being here. Stoked for all of you who have already signed up. We're in the double digits, and normally in the first week, people wait until Friday. Don't wait until Friday. What's the point? What's the difference between now and Friday? Really, is that you're just cutting it closer, right? So get up
guys,
in there.
I just want to give you an update. We jumped from 61st place to 46. Let's fucking roll. Let's fucking roll.
Okay, but how many points does first place have? Because that's what we need to make up.
I will tell you
I don't
guys.
want 10th place. I want motherfucking first.
Wow.
How many points do they have? 16?
They have almost 2,000 points.
Okay. So we need 5,000 people to
We will need you guys to share it with people, but first, like, let's stay in the step that we're in. Okay, if you can just do us a huge favor, if you're like, you know what, like,
you guys are incredible. I just have to say.
Yeah, we're extremely grateful for you guys, right? Because I think look, you can't fake passion.
Look, I want to
fake
shout out all of you guys from that stage. Like, I want to say thank you to our community. We're fucking here because of you guys, and I want you all to stand up and clap and scream so people can fucking see who you are. That's
so everybody. This is something
I'm so fired up. I'm sweating.
This is something that Erin and I have discussed, right? Because this is something that like we've envisioned so many times. And, you know, I remember, I think it was like a month ago when we were talking and we're like, you know what, like when we go to the Growth Con and we speak at the 10X stage, and then like, you know, we roll in with our people, and as we're walking,
an army.
It's like we have an army of badass women that we're walking around with, and everybody's like,
who the fuck are these bitches?
what are they? We're like, yes.
That's the army. That's the army.
Yes. We want to celebrate you. This is all about you and giving you permission to be expressed in the most badass self. We're crazy enough to fucking do whatever it takes. We will fucking fly down from the roof if you ask us to. We will.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. Hey, look, we're relentless. We don't give a shit. Why? Because we know that, man, like,
we're crazy enough to do it.
You guys deserve it, because we know we wanna give everybody that feeling that we have when we walk in the street and people just like, they're like,
yeah, and I want.
It's like they're shocked. They wanna hate us. They wanna love us. They don't know what they are, who they are, what they want to do, whether they want to do burpees. But it's amazing.
Haters are secret admirers that don't know why everybody else likes you. They don't like them as much. Okay, anyways, I want to give you guys a space that is safe for you to be exactly who you are without feeling scared to be that.
Whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you're Christian, whether you're Jewish,
you
whether
got
you're black, whether
you got
you're
buck
white,
teeth,
whether you're Indian, whether you're a midget,
you
like
got hairy
me,
armpits,
like me, whether you got biceps bigger than your forehead.
Sarit is so lean that there's parts of her armpits she can't shave. It's funny.
True story. I'm like, hey baby, can you help me shave that?
Anyway, pull the skin this way.
Like, it's like you're plucking turkey skin for Thanksgiving. Anyways, it was too TMI. But thank you guys for showing up.
Yep.
Really.
Thank you guys.
And if you believe in what we have to say, then do us just a favor and just click on that link, share the mission. If you know that, you know, you're ready to make your own transformation, then join the Raw Transformation. We're here to over deliver. We are over committed because we know that that's the only way we can change your life.
You guys bring true, genuine happiness to me.
Same. A lot of fulfillment, and we're grateful for you. Hashtag believe. Let's go. It's a climb, baby, but you make us feel like the climb is way smoother. So, that being said, we hope that you have a beautiful day ahead. Tomorrow is our relationship conversation.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some fun relationship stuff. And thank you for supporting us and this journey and whatever it is that you're doing.
Casey, shut it.
We will see you guys at 9 a.m. For the day 10 announcement of the Transformation Kickstarter Challenge.
2 days in a row, I almost cried. because I love you guys. All right. The sun is coming up.
Have a beautiful day, and we will see you tomorrow at 6:30.
Bye.
Bye, guys.